Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Treatment with Quran. I'm Hafiz Salman and we are again here with Mr. Gulfam Riaz Hashmi for answering your questions and your queries and to somehow presenting some possible solutions to your problem. So Mr. Gulfam, we are here with another question, and that is when we are falling asleep. Sometimes we imagine something heavy pressing upon us, squeezing us, or constricting our breath. We feel suffocation and we cannot speak, we cannot move, and we cannot get help from someone. So my question is that does this pressure, this burden, this inability to move or to speak or get help from someone have any connection with black magic or with supernatural entities or other spiritual issues, or is it normal happening? What do you say about this?
So, Mr. Salman, it's a common thing. A lot of people experience this thing. Okay, they are falling asleep, and especially these things happen when people are going to fall asleep or when they are awakening. Okay, so they feel pressure on their chest. They want to move, but they cannot. They want to speak, but they cannot. They want to yield, but they cannot. They want to call someone for help, they cannot. Okay, so these things happen mostly at night, and this thing is called sleep paralysis by modern doctors and scientists. They call it sleep paralysis, and by American Academy of Sleep Medicines, sleep paralysis is defined as it's a rapid eye movement parasomnia characterized by inability to move at sleep onset or upon awakening. Okay, so there are some symptoms of sleep paralysis, and the first and foremost sleep is inability to move during sleep. In this situation, we are half consciousness, we are half in the state of consciousness. Our mind is awake, but our body is unable to move. Okay, we are realizing that people are our relatives, our brother and sister, they are sleeping in that room, or if someone is sleeping beside me, but the person who is feeling this thing, who is experiencing this thing, he is unable to move. His body cannot move. Okay?
I had this experience, many times.
So it's
we see a giant behind us and we try to run, but we cannot.
So the people who have experienced this thing, they said it's really a shocking incident for them. Okay, so they feel, they experience hallucinations, visual hallucinations, audio hallucinations. Okay, they think that they observe that somebody is standing behind them. Okay, some giant is pressing on their chest. Okay, they feel choked and they feel pinned down, particularly on their chest area. Okay, so these are the symptoms of sleep paralysis. So what is the reason behind this problem? So there are different reasons. It can be a physical problem, or it can be a spiritual problem. It can be due to satanic effects. So the first reason behind this problem is repression of emotions and desires. Okay, all of us have desires, all of us have emotions, but when we do not express our emotions, when we are unable to fulfill our desires, when we repress our emotions and desires, then this repression causes different psychological issues. So this sleep paralysis is one of them. And the second reason is depression. According to World Health Organization, more than 300 million people are suffering from depression. So depression is a psychological issue, and psychological issues are mostly related with spiritual problems. Okay, so depression is also a cause of this problem. And the third reason is excessive eating. When you eat excessively and you don't take a walk, and you sleep after taking your dinner, or you sleep after taking your meal, so this excessive eating can cause in sleep paralysis. Okay, and the fourth reason can be excessive medication. The people who are taking too much medications, who are using too much medicines for different bodily issues, for different spiritual problems, and for different you can say psychological problems. The people who take too much medicines, they also experience this problem. And the fifth reason is losing connection between body and mind. You know, when our mind gives instructions to our body to move, then our body moves. But when our mind does not give instructions to body, then our body cannot move. So in this state, we are half in state of consciousness, and in the same situation, we are sensing that we are sleeping. Okay, we think that in a dreamlike situation. Okay, so our mind is awake, but our body is not. Okay, so in this situation, there is the loss of connection between body and mind. So this loss of connection causes sleep paralysis. Okay, and the sixth reason is satanic effects. Okay, supernatural elements and metaphysical things also can cause sleep paralysis. Okay, as an Arabic lexicographer Ibn Manzoor al-Afriqi, in his famous Arabic dictionary Lisan al-Arab, he defined this situation as al-Jathum. Al-Jathum. And he said al-Jathum is a caboose. Al-Caboose means nightmare or evil spirit. Al-Jathum is a caboose that descends upon a person at night. And there is a writer, Dr. Hassan Shamsi al-Basha. He has written a book named An-Nawm wal-Aruq wal-Ahlam. So in that book, he divided caboose into two types: temporary caboose and recurrent caboose. And according to him, temporary caboose can be caused either by two reasons. One reason is vapors, the elements that are in breathing channels. When these elements go to our mind, so then these elements block the channel that is connecting our mind to our body. Then sleep paralysis occurs. And the second reason is excessive medication, as I told you earlier. Okay, so the people who take antidepressants, okay, and the people who stop taking tranquilizers. So after stop taking tranquilizers, they experience this sleep paralysis. Okay, so the second thing is recurrent caboose. According to Dr. Shamsi, this indicates that the person who is experiences this thing, supernatural entities are causing harm to him. Supernatural elements are causing this thing. As the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, Qatada, a companion of Holy Prophet ﷺ, narrated this thing in Sahih al-Bukhari, in Sahih Muslim. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, dream has three kinds. Good dreams are from Almighty Allah, and bad dreams are from Satan. Yes. And you also experience this situation. You experience this thing, and this thing is closely related to bad dream. Okay, so according to the hadith of Holy Prophet ﷺ, this is a kind of bad dream, this caboose, this sleep paralysis. Okay, so this thing can also be caused by Satan, by supernatural elements. And Allah Almighty taught His Holy Prophet ﷺ to seek refuge of Allah Almighty from night, from darkness, because you know, in darkness there are invisible things. Because jinns and demons, they are invisible things. We cannot see them. They can see us, they can harm us, they can cause harm to us, but we cannot see them. So in darkness they come to us, they descend upon us, and they cause pressure on us, and they cause different elements, and they cause different problems. Okay,
so Mr. Gulfam, it has been made clear that it may occur because of some psychological issues or excessive medication, as you have given us many reasons for this problem. What can be the possible cure for this? Is it curable?
Yes.
And if it is curable, what can be the treatment of this problem? How can we cure it?
Yes, it's really a curable thing. Okay, and it's just an easy step to cure this problem. The first thing is, when you go to bed, go to your bed after taking ablution, after making ablution. Okay, so try to sleep instead of wudu. Okay, and the second thing is, try to sleep on your right side. Okay, so before climbing to your bed, dust your bed thrice. Okay, 3 times, and recite Ayatul Kursi before sleeping. Recite last 2 verses of chapter Al-Baqarah. Okay, so this thing is really helpful to cure this problem. Okay, and the second thing is, if after doing all these activities this situation reoccurs, then recite chapter Al-Tariq. Recite chapter Al-Tariq 3 times. Take water recite al chapter Tariq 3 times and then spittle into your water as okay. Drink some of the water and then sprinkle that water on your bed. Okay, so this is experience of some patients who contacted us, and we gave them this instruction of chapter al Tariq. Okay, when they did it, they didn't feel this problem again. Okay, so this thing is curable. And the third thing is, don't forget to offer your obligatory prayers. Okay, and try to recite Holy Quran daily. By the will of Almighty, you will not face this problem again, inshallah.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Gulfam, for your time.